everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just got home last week from New Orleans. I was in New Orleans celebrating our Spring-Summer 2017 launch at PremierCon. And let me just tell you, I had the time of my life. New Orleans is such a fun city. So I wanted to recap the trip for you and of course share some of my pictures because I had such a wonderful time. I'm super excited about all of the new products, so you can look forward to lots of product reviews and first impressions videos coming your way. The first thing I should tell you about this recap is that I am a little bit under the weather because it seems as though one lucky attendee brought influenza to PremierCon. So we are now calling it the Premier Plague, and lots of us are down and out this week. But nevertheless, I just had to give you the recap. So if you're ever going to attend a Posh trip, my first piece of advice is to always arrive early and leave late. If you can afford to tack on an extra day on each end of the trip, it really helps to ease your way into the program as well as ease your way back to going home. So on that note, my girlfriend Alyssa and I, we arrived actually a couple of days early. We arrived to New Orleans on Tuesday. It was really fun to go check out the city together and kind of get the lay of the land before people started arriving the next day, which would be the first day to arrive early on Wednesday. Because we were so early, we had a very relaxing evening. We spent dinner in the club lounge of the hotel at the Sheraton. We shared a bottle of wine and then we tucked ourselves into bed nice and early so that we could get a little bit of rest before all of the festivities really began. Okay, so while Posh's event didn't actually start until Thursday, our New Orleans experience really got into the swing of things on Wednesday. We spent most of the day down on Bourbon Street, just, I guess you would call it bar hopping, listening to live music and enjoying the sights of the city on Bourbon Street. Some of our friends started to arrive on Wednesday, and so a couple people came down and met us, and we took some fun pictures, and we even met a wolf. So Wednesday night we had dinner at Saints and Sinners, and that was a really fabulous Italian restaurant. And you'll never guess who I had dinner with there. My friends from Italy. So last June, Alyssa and I were roommates in Italy for the incentive trip, and that's where we really had the chance to bond and become really close friends. We also bonded and became really close friends with pretty much every other Posher that was on that Italy trip. So a lot of the Posh land, if you will, is sick of hearing about this fabulous Italy incentive trip, but we don't care because we love each other and we really did make some real memories on that trip. So we had a little reunion dinner at Saints and Sinners on Wednesday night, and then the party proceeded over to the Cat's Meow for some classic karaoke. And yes, we even got Ann Dalton up on that stage. Thank you very much. So Wednesday turned out to be quite a late night. I was very happy that registration didn't kick off until the afternoon on the next day, which was Thursday. So Thursday we had registration, and then Alyssa and I sat down in the lobby waiting to meet some of our downline because we both came packing with plenty of gifts for all of our attendees for the convention. Next on the agenda for Thursday, stop traffic. Yes, we literally stopped traffic with our own Posh parade. Hello, we were in New Orleans the week before Mardi Gras, so of course our events team put together our very own parade. Like literally, we were the parade. It was incredible and such a feat. I was really excited to see how they would pull it off, but let me just tell you, we pulled it off in style. We had, I think the parade was like a block and a half long. It could have been 4 blocks for all I know. I don't know. The parade was huge. I was toward the back of the parade, and it was just such a blast. We had games to play. We had beads to toss. We had fun Posh stuff to toss. It was really incredible to just be hanging out with all of my Posh sisters. I got one of those big fleur-de-lis cup drinks, to keep me cool while walking in the parade. We were tossing things into the crowd. Everybody was like, what is this spectacle? Everybody was wearing their tutus and wigs and headpieces, and you name it. It was a sight to be seen. The parade continued and continued and continued. It was like an hour and a half long. marching in the parade, but thank goodness we didn't cover that much ground, so it was perfect. It was perfect to hang out with people, laugh, smile. Seriously, such a fun time. Like, that might have been my favorite part, but there's so many other favorite parts, we won't even go there. So the parade concluded back at the hotel, which again was really fun because we made such a spectacle. I mean, hi, we were dressed a little crazy, so when we walked back into the hotel, all of the regular hotel guests were like, "That was you? Where did that band come from?" Oh, and by the way, we had a marching band, I can't remember, 60 piece or 80 piece. It was a ridiculously sized piece marching band, which were really incredible. It was a local high school and they were on their game. It was very awesome. Anyway, so the parade concluded with a whole to-do with the marching band down by the entrance of the hotel. And then from there, we went on to our welcome dinner. And when Posh does a welcome or a farewell dinner, they do it in style. We had spreads on all different kinds of tables, all different kinds of foods, and then one of my favorite stations was the beer tasting station with all of the little mini beer steins and everybody sending me over for their refills. Just saying, I am a good friend. Are you guys seeing what a fabulous time this was yet? Moving right along, Friday was general session. So we had great trainings from consultants. We had great trainings from home office, from Anne, from the executive team. It was a fabulous day of learning, finding out updates, and really just getting generally excited for the future of our brand. Then Friday night was the night that everybody was waiting for. It was Posh night. And Posh night is when we launched all of the fabulous new products. Not like I haven't already scooped up plenty of those. Hydrations in Shower Lotion might be the one that I am most excited to try. I'm pretty sure while I go through this recap of the fabulous trip, you're gonna be envying this. So, of course, Alyssa and I were twinning on Posh night. We were wearing our fabulous polka dotted onesies. Traditionally on Posh night, most people will wear some kind of PJs or something super comfy because it's kind of like you're at home and you're just getting pampered with all of these new products. Well, it seems as though the pajama theme went away this year because I didn't see a whole lot of pajamas, but we sure did rock the hell out of those onesies. But like I said, Posh night was amazing. We got tons of free products like passed out to us at Posh night. Oh, and funny story. So as Posh night was getting kicking off, it wasn't quite started yet. People were just kind of mulling around. The energy in an event for Posh is insane. Everybody just loves each other so much, and it's like bzz, a bunch of bees buzzing around a hive. So anyway, so Gaia comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, I was hoping you would come up on stage with me and help me launch one of the products." And I was like, "Yes, of course I will. I'd be honored." And then she's like, "Well," and Gaia has a little bit of an accent, so she was like, "Well, I was hoping you would wear these boot pants." What pants? Boot pants. Well, I sure did wear the butt pants. We launched this awesome chunk among lots of other awesome chunks on Posh night, and this one happens to be called Full Moon. So I had the unique opportunity to go up on stage with Gaia, our Vice President of Business Development, and Michelle Archer, who was a guest trainer there for us. And I had them, you know, do a little washing of my full moon. Don't worry, pictures will ensue. You can see my full moon too. Like I said, it was a little bit of a spectacle, but all in good fun, of course. So Posh night was such a blast. We just, you know, launched new products and hung out. It was really fun. If you're not able to attend Posh night live, in person, then I highly recommend that on Posh nights you follow Posh's social media. They're very good about live streaming, and let me just tell you, crazy things go on when you are live, and that is all that I will say. Okay, so Saturday morning kicked off at 8 a.m. If we could just start Saturday morning a little later than 8 a.m. directly after Posh night in the future, that would be fabulous. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Posh. So Saturday kicked off with our Tiffanys ceremony. So every Saturday after Posh night, we have what we call breakfast at Tiffanys. And that's where all of our top leaders that have achieved rank promotions receive their Tiffany jewelry. And it's so ironic because when I've been on some Posh trips, people compliment me on my necklace, how much they love it. And I say, thanks so much, you can have one too. And they're like, but how? I think it's very, I think we keep it like too secret. We need to tell people that when you rank up with Posh, you get Tiffany jewelry. Hello. When you hit the rank of Silver Premier, you receive, I should show it to you actually. Okay, so when you reach the rank of Silver Premier, you're going to receive a silver Tiffanys bracelet. Not only do you receive a Tiffanys bracelet, but it's engraved with Perfectly Posh. And on the back side, it's also engraved with your name, Silver Premier, and the month and year that you hit silver. And, oh, it's actually my 1-year anniversary from when I hit Silver Premier. I hit Silver Premier in February of 2016 at Breakfast at Tiffanys, where we all wear all black. So it's just gorgeous. It's a sea of gorgeous women in gorgeous black apparel. Whether you want to wear pants, a dress, it doesn't matter. We just ask that you dress in all black. Even the premiers that are in attendance that are not receiving their Tiffany jewelry, they still wear black, and it's so gorgeous. So they call all of the Silver Premier achievers up on stage, and they're each awarded with their bracelet. It is such a beautiful ceremony. Next up is Gold Premiers, and when you achieve the rank of Gold Premier with Perfectly Posh, you receive this gold necklace, which you see me wear in every single one of my videos. And it's ironic, I wasn't so much of a fan of gold before, but once I received my necklace, I put that baby right on and fell in love with it. And now I just make sure it goes with everything. And it's very rare that I ever take it off. We call all of the Gold Premiers up on stage, and they're all awarded with their necklace, again in a beautiful ceremony. Your last rank achievement that you can ever achieve with Posh is that of Platinum Premier. I achieved Platinum Premier last year. I think it was in May or June. All of the months get so jumbled. But when you achieve Platinum Premier, you receive this pretty blue box with this white bow, and inside it is a $1,500 gift card to Tiffanys. You can see my bow has not even been removed yet. I've had this box for, I mean, not quite a year, but almost a year, and I haven't opened it. I'm waiting for some of my best friends to achieve the same rank so that we can take our gift certificates to Tiffanys together and buy something commemorative, just to kind of remember the experience together. You know, because in all fairness, I mean, $1,500 at Tiffanys, that pretty much covers the tax on anything that I really super want. Oh, Breakfast at Tiffanys is all Saturday morning. And then, and I kind of hate this, we're so beautiful, we're all dressed up, we're having a fun time, and then we go back to our rooms and change into regular people clothing so that we can have general session. I kind of wish they would change it from Breakfast at Tiffanys to Cocktails at Tiffanys because, hi, if I'm going to be looking beautiful, I want to go enjoy that outfit somewhere. Just saying. So Saturday, general session, la la la. We had more trainings from consultants, more trainings from home office, from the executive team, and actually they even had a training from me. And if you look back, the last video that I published on my channel was not the best audio video recording, but that was my training that I did at PremierCon. So if you want to learn more about the new starter kits and how to share them with your team and with their potential customers, be sure to check out my training. The general session wrapped up on Saturday, and the best way ever to end an event with Posh is, of course, with a party. And let me just tell you, we did it in style, like the most style that I have ever seen at an ending party. I loved the white party that we had at the St. Thomas incentive trip, but Saturday night at PremierCon, we finished off the event with a masquerade ball. People were seriously gorgeous in their dresses and masks. Do you like my mask? I'll tell you, these masks are gorgeous, but they are not comfortable because it's wire. Hello. So I wore my mask for all of about 3 pictures in 30 minutes, and then we lost the masks. So the masquerade party was amazing. Everybody brought their fashion A game. Let me just tell you that. I mean, I'm always all about the fashion, but everybody looked amazing. I wish that we had taken way more pictures. So they served us dinner at the masquerade ball, and then they did a special little thing of recognition. And while I did have an idea that I was toward the top of the company with some of my numbers, I was really excited to learn that I was actually Posh's #1 recruiter in 2016. Yay! So it was really a treat to be presented by Ann Dalton herself with this plaque of outstanding team building. And I'm not gonna lie, it was also pretty exciting to have Judd Bateman say my name at #1. And as if one award wasn't enough, I was super surprised to receive another one. This was not just an award for me, this was an award for my whole team. My team of Poshpreneurs was the #1 sales team in 2016, bringing in over $1.4 million in sales. Guys, nothing in Posh is over $25. My team sold over $1.4 million worth of Posh last year. That is just incredible, and again, such an honor to receive this award at our masquerade ball. Okay, so of course the party didn't stop, although I will say it ended way too soon. The dance floor was totally covered with people busting a move, but yet the lights got turned on. I kind of felt for half a minute like I was at a school dance, and it was like finally that last slow dance song, and they flipped the lights on so that they make sure nobody's making out. I mean, nobody was making out at the Posh event, but that's kind of how it felt. So they ended the party, and we all moved down to like the hotel bar area or whatever, and then there was a couple groups of us that decided to head out to Bourbon Street. Guys, Saturday night is the night that needs to be forgotten. Pretty much because I have already forgotten most of it. And if anybody from home office is watching, I need you to go give Josh a high five for tolerating me that night. Let's just say I had a little bit of help from home office to make sure that I made it back to my hotel safely. It was a celebration. So remember back to the beginning of this video when I advised that you always want to come at least a day early and stay at least a day late? It is a very good thing that Alyssa and I did that, because Sunday, when everybody else was catching their 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. flight, we were in a wonderful slumber all day long. I think we got out of bed at like 1 o'clock or something, moseyed down to get some nachos somewhere, and then we moseyed back up to bed and got right back in it. We slept all day on Sunday, and then Monday was fly home day, but thankfully we didn't actually have to fly home until early evening, so Monday was just a day that we could relax and pack and just kind of debrief over the whole exhausting but amazing trip that we had just experienced. So actually that was our very last PremierCon. I'm so sad. But not really, because it was our last PremierCon, because we are going back to having an annual convention, what we call UnCon. I'm super excited because our very next UnCon is going to be in Salt Lake City. And at the beginning of that, before UnCon starts, we will have a leadership meeting, which is essentially PremierCon. I know, UnCon, PremierCon, all of these names. Let me just tell you, you want to be Posh. And if you're already Posh, you want to be a Posh Premier. These leadership events are so amazing. Posh is an awesome company, but they treat their leaders with the utmost dignity and respect and give us the best experiences possible. We have a second to none events team, and it is just becoming more and more evident with each trip that I take. If you are not already Posh, you want to be Posh. And if you are already Posh, you can do this. Push the envelope, grow your business. We literally have the best catalog that we have ever had before in Posh. Now is the time. We just crossed over the 100,000 mark for consultants. We have just over 100,000 consultants, and I can promise you that not all of them are actively working their business. There is insane growth potential with this company, with these products, with this Posh opportunity. If you have any questions, be sure to get in touch with me. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another Jessica Posh video, and we're gonna have lots of them rolling out very soon. Just for 100,